Good morning, guys. I gotta be quiet because Allison's still sleeping. So I figured it'd be fun to do another one of those a day in the life videos that I've done in the past. And so today, follow me around as I do a whole day of farm life here at Goldshaw Farm. Good morning, future goslings and ducklings. Most of my eggs are too big for the automatic turner in my incubator, so I gotta turn them by hand multiple times a day. I'm personally very excited about the promise that our new gardening season holds. Giving these little babies a head start is always a good thing to me. Because of all the demand, I have a theory that seedlings are gonna be crazy expensive this year. That's why it's a good thing for us to have our own starts. Given the scary things in this world, everybody seems to want to grow their own food, which is completely understandable. I usually start my mornings off by doing a little editing and a little work before I go out and get the chores going. That I would have for you. One of the craziest things about doing YouTube videos is I feel like I spend way too much time listening to myself talk. And sometimes I wish I would just shut up.
Mistake people fall into. They have a dream of what they want their farm to be, but they're not letting it match what the land is. And so as you buy that property, as you get in there, be sure to And so as you buy that property and as you get in there, be sure to...
Okay, I've spent enough time farting around on the computer. It's time to get my day going. So we've been having a little bit of a mouse problem. So we've been keeping the barn cats in the basement the last few days. Come on guys, back outside, let's go. Come on, barn cats. Come on, out you go. Well, it's a rather cold but beautiful sunny day. Looks like we got another bout of snow last night. Hey, Toby dog. How's it going, buddy? You having a good night? Release the Kraken! Got a straggler there, Toby? Huh? You can go join everybody else. Come on. It's funny. Most of our ducks are a very tight flock, but every once in a while, got one that's a straggler. You're doing such a good dog job, Toby. I'm very proud of how you developed. Yeah, see? Got some food. Yeah, it ain't so bad down here. And the rest of your flock's all out there swimming. You got Toby watching the joint. Out you go, chickens. Have a good morning here. Come on. Greet the day. No eggs yet this morning. My girls are late layers. Come on, girls. So I can't quite tell you guys what I was doing inside of there, but I can tell you I ended up with one goose egg. Pretty cool, huh? All right, now let's see what we can collect for duck eggs this morning. All right, what do we got? Ten. All right, so I got 10 eggs so far this morning. I bet you a couple more will lay. I've been getting like 12 or 13 daily. A lot of you were asking about that black egg and the ducks that lay the black eggs, and if they're still laying black eggs, you can kind of see it right here. So this is one of the khaki Campbell eggs, and this darker one is one of the Cayuga eggs. So they're not nearly as dark as they used to be. They've lightened up a lot, but they're still darker than one of the khaki Campbells. I know some of you guys have been asking, like, how am I able to support myself and my wife by only getting like 12 or 13 duck eggs a day? We do not support ourselves solely from farming income. The farming income is just really a tiny, tiny number right now, and we're really trying to build the farm to be long-term sustainable and profitable, and so that means investing in infrastructure, and that means not overexpanding and overextending ourselves so that our expenses get too high. Number two, I found that just selling duck eggs for food is not a really good business, and so my original business plan was actually to have that be a major part of my focus. But I've since evolved and shifted things. I've actually started to sell a lot of hatching eggs, and a number of my friends have started actually hatching out some of our ducks. And so if you guys are interested, I will leave a link down below in terms of how you can get our eggs. We send them through the mail. They usually fare pretty well. A little bit of breakage here and there. I'm still working on the shipping system. What you doing, Samson? Saying hi to Toby? It's funny, I've noticed that both this Cayuga and Jemima have started to lay their eggs like right around there. And usually by midday I'm picking one up.
Okay, ready. Hi, Toby Tops!
I love you. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Good luck at work today. Be safe. Be wonderful. Can you say bye to Allison?
Bye, Toby Tops. Bye, baby. You be a good boy today, okay? Okay.
Come on, Tubes. So Allison works at a clinic in St. Johnsbury. She has to deal with a lot of the respiratory response stuff, which usually translates into COVID-19. So every time she goes off to work, I'm just a little bit worried about her. But she's safe, and I'm sure she'll be okay. All right, Toby, let's go for our daily walk. Come on, let's go. I really love the daily walk because it's funny to see the shifts and changes that happen on a daily basis. Like right now, the grass just keeps getting greener and greener, and I'm finding that all of the winter snow has melted away, and even though we're getting dustings like we did last night, it's not all that bad, and spring is most definitely here. We've got about 160 acres here on our farm. We've got about probably 45, 50 acres that really sits as pasture, and then the remainder is mixed forest, so softwoods and hardwoods. It's a real blessing to actually be able to have this much space and be able to have this land. And I've really taken to wandering it on a regular basis. I find that I learn so much by just walking the land. It's a great experience. It's one of my favorite parts of the day every day is to go out there with Toby Dog and go for a walk. Come on, buddy boy. Alright, this is an exciting surprise for Toby Dog. So sometimes I'll butcher roosters for people in the area and I'll save them in the freezer so that eventually I can thaw them out a little bit and give them to Toby Dog as a treat. Oh, don't you know what you're getting? Oh, you're so excited. Yes, you are. Come on, buddy. You gotta behave. You gotta walk like a gentleman. No! You gotta walk like a gentleman. That's part of how this works. He's so excited, but I'm really trying to train him to be a well-behaved dog, and so making sure he doesn't do things like jump up when I got a chicken in my hand. That's a big part of what he needs to learn. You're being such a good boy right now, Toby. Yes, you are. There you go, dig in, pal. Now, do I know my ducks or what? Look at that. She already laid an egg. Ooh, feels warm. Most of the ducks are well trained to lay in the duck house, but those cayugas are still a little wily. Now, before I start my work day, I do have one errand I gotta go run. I got a package of eggs that I'm sending somebody, and so I gotta go to the post office, and so that means I gotta go leave the farm. By the way, I really appreciate when you guys send us mail. If you do send us mail though and you want a response, please, please, please be sure to include your email address. But thank you to all you guys who've been sending the letters, the cards, the little packages. It really means a lot to Allison and me, and we really appreciate it. All right, I'm now showered and cleaned and refreshed and ready to start my work day. But first, before my work day, I gotta do my work commute. Yep, that's it. I'm back here in my office. So ever since the pandemic stuff started, I've been working from home, which I feel very lucky to be able to do. I work at a financial services company here in Vermont. It's a really good company filled with really good people that do good things. And so the course of a lot of this day is me just working in this office, doing Skype calls and Zoom calls and reading and reviewing stuff and writing emails and talking to people and writing stuff. It's not very fun to watch, so I might skip past a little bit of it, but I will let you guys be a little bit of a fly on the wall today.
I was regaling Lisa last night,
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks a lot, guys. I will talk to you soon. Bye. So I just spent the last 4 hours or so in meetings, and I need to get up, get outside, get a little fresh air, and walk around. And there was actually a package that a viewer sent me that I think we're gonna have a little bit of fun with. How you liking it? Yeah, check it out. Somebody sent us this cowboy that goes on a dog. It's pretty hysterical. Toby doesn't seem to mind it at all. But you might find it a little humiliating, huh, bud?
Oh, that's what you think of it, huh? I gotta admit, it's cheesy, but I find it hysterical. So thank you, Georgia, for sending that to us. Toby really appreciates it. As you can see, most of the snow has sort of melted off. So off the main part of the pasture, it's pretty much entirely gone. You're looking south right now, so this is kind of like the north face of things. Still got a little bit of snow in the shadows. How are you doing, geesey geese? Everything A-okay? I only see two of you. Where's the third one? Huh? Ooh, I see little barn cat creeping in the garden. What you see there, girl? Huh? Anything good? Watching Toby? They're like, what's with that ridiculousness on Toby? Are you gonna attack him? She's gonna attack him, watch. Lil started to chase Toby. Whoop! Or she sort of taunts him. She likes to play a game with Toby, I've noticed. Don't be offended, Toby. Don't take it personally. Ah, there's that third goose. So I've been working on my project of building the new Brooder. It's made a lot of progress since that last video that you guys saw about it. I'll actually probably tonight build out the door and actually start also framing out the run. You know, I'm going to have a little run that goes out here for the little goslings and ducklings to be able to get some fresh pasture. I'll probably need to move these posts just so I have enough space. My plan is to actually have it go out about 12 feet or so, so that they have a good sizable amount of space for when they get a little bit older. So the first few weeks will be solely inside here, and then the next few weeks will be a hybrid between inside and outside. And then I might even make like a little door opening here so that I can fence it off, and as they get sort of even to a more intermediate age, they can go out here and have a bigger run. The three of you are like the mischief machines, I swear to God. It seems like you're always up to no good, like something's going on with the three of you. Toby, did you eat your entire chicken already? Can't tell, but it pretty much looks like you ate the chicken. Unless it's buried out here somewhere. So a lot of you guys might be wondering, is it okay for me to feed Toby a chicken like that? And don't I worry about him choking on the bones? For a dog like Toby, it's actually okay. You know, a lot of raw dog food proponents actually suggest that the bone is good for them. It helps aid in nutrition and digestion. As long as the bird isn't cooked and it's just all raw or semi-frozen the way it was when I gave it to him this morning, there's really no issues with it. He's able to break down the bones and eat them. They're not going to splinter and get caught in his throat or in his intestinal tract. And so he's been doing really good by eating those raw chickens. All right, I'm going to take this embarrassing thing off of you. By the way, I really do appreciate the gift, but yeah. I feel like Toby deserves just maybe a little more dignity. Whoop. Oh, you miss it? You miss it? You like this guy? Huh? Oh, hey, Goosey Goose. I see you laid an egg right here. All right. So this one's fresh. He's like, where's my egg go? It was here, now it's gone. I'm sorry, girl. You geese have been getting quite broody lately, I can tell you that much for sure. I'm surprised you made your nest right here, right next to Toby. Unfortunately, I have another meeting I have to rush off to, so this is not going to be a great time to enjoy my lunch. Hey, it's Morgan. Sorry I'm a little late.
No worries.
Just had to actually get my lunch going. It is now 5:25 and I'm finally done with my work day. It's been a long one. Let's get outside and check on the animals and maybe do a little build project before I have to put everybody to bed for the night. So I just put these 2x4s down as a way to kind of measure out the space. This is going to be the initial run that I'll have. I'll probably also put a door right about here so that as they get older, like say about 4 or 5 weeks, they can actually go out even further and they have even more grazing space. I've found that particularly with the geese, the sooner you can get them on pasture and the sooner you can get them grazing, number one, they're going to be cheaper birds to raise, and number two, they just seem healthier and more vibrant. This will be sort of the progression where they start inside the house for the first probably 2 weeks or so. They get access to the pasture here for about 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and then really out here even longer. So this sort of model of brooding is something I'm going to be testing out. If this works, I'll probably end up building like 2 or 3 more buildings just like that. So in future years, I'll be able to just do multiple cycles of goslings and just really get the production going in a big way. You know, one of my biggest production costs right now for raising geese for meat is actually the goslings themselves. They're much more expensive than a chicken, and they're still probably about, I don't know, 30 or 40% more expensive than a turkey poult. And so if I can get their cost down to nothing and I'm raising them myself and I'm hatching them here, I think I might have a really profitable business model going. Doesn't fit. Ta-da! What you doing, geese? Inspecting the door? Huh? There we go. Perfect fit. I'll probably finish hanging it this weekend. I gotta go to the store and get some hinges that run out. You guys might notice the ducks are actually getting ready to go to bed. They've already come up from the pond. Start to mill around here, and they'll start to go into the duck yard and then soon climb into the house. Part of the challenge of trying to balance the farm with a day job and with YouTube, like all at the same time, you just never feel like you have enough time. By the way, I realized I neglected to talk about my pal Bernie here. She's doing okay. In the not too distant future, she's gonna have a couple of friends, which I think will be good for her. Here you go, girl. Eat up. I'm spreading actually oat and rye and some mealworms. Part of it is she's gonna eat some of it and she's gonna leave some of it, and the stuff she leaves will turn into grass, so it's all good. Pablo continues to be fascinated with Bernie. Come on, you two. In you go. In you go. Whoop. Let's see if the girls made my lunch for tomorrow. Well, it's 2 eggs. That's good. Take it easy on me, guys. I am a friend. You never forget that. Hey, Justin, no. Justin, no. Dude. Hey, Justin, no. Justin, hey. I'm talking to you, buddy. Don't you do that. That's not cool, man. Not cool. Easy, man. Easy. Whew. He's got his reasons for why he doesn't want me going in there. But seriously, it makes it hard to tend. Ow! Ah, you son of a gun! You bit me right on. Wow! That hurt, man. That hurt, buddy. Wow, that hurt. His denticles went right into me. And when I say denticles, those are the goose teeth. I made a whole video about it if you're curious. I usually try to get in here before he gets in here so that I can do all the chores uninterrupted, but I screwed up my timing today. Big time. Good night, jerk. That did not feel good at all. That's gonna bruise for sure. Maybe even blood blister or something. You know, I don't fault him though, because he's such a good caretaker of his flock. And really all he's doing is protecting his flock, especially around the goose house. You can only imagine if you were like a weasel or a raccoon trying to stick your paw through that door or around that door or poke your nose in there. He would rip that thing right off. That's why you don't have to worry about geese with predators nearly as much as you do with ducks. I mean, like a coyote or a bear or a bobcat could easily take one of these guys down. Even a fox could take him down. But like the more tricky and wily predators, the ones that can sneak in there, they don't stand a chance against a goose. So that's kind of the good thing about raising geese, even though it's sometimes the bad thing about raising geese. Here you go, pal. Chow down. Get you some fresh water too here. Okay, because I know you're probably thirsty. You have a good night, buddy. I'll see you in the morning. Keep watching things, huh? And bark if anyone comes your way. Sausage patties and salad for dinner tonight. It's one of those down and dirty nights. Some days I'll get ambitious and cook something in the crock pot. Other days I'm just kind of like, we'll just have some food. It's tough when you got a day where you're working and doing all the farm stuff. And Allison was working today, and so, you know, she's got like a 12-hour day, and it never feels fair to make her cook. And so I usually end up doing the cooking around the house. She does more of the cleaning though. There you go. Doesn't that look delightful for a meal?
And like super low. So then I ended up having to order a differential on it where it separates out the different type of white blood cells.
So nothing like rushing through your supper because I've got a phone call with a friend of mine who I'm doing a video collaboration with.
We do lots of really fun gardening projects, really easy gardening projects that anybody can start with. We have animals that we love to talk about and show off. Nothing super complicated. It's just stuff that we enjoy doing as we try to just be a little bit more self-sufficient.
It's terrible.
This is my hell.
Alright, I'm done. It's been a really long day on the farm, but another really good day. Generally speaking, I feel just very fortunate that, you know, I've got my health, I've got my wife, I've got my farm, I've got my animals. I'm able to make videos for you guys. Just across the board, I feel like I'm a very lucky human being, and I very much appreciate it. And although it's hard work, it's work I love.